The can hissed open with a familiar, harmless sound. But in the summer of 1993, that sound became the beginning of a national panic because some Americans believed a needle might be waiting inside. It started quietly. A woman in Washington state claimed she'd found a syringe lodged in a can of Diet Pepsi. Then another report. Then another. The details spread faster than the facts, metal glinting beneath dark soda, a sip stopped just in time, children at risk. By the end of the week, televisions across the country were filled with the same chilling question. Was America's most ordinary drink suddenly dangerous? Pepsi cans vanished from refrigerators. Parents poured soda down sinks. Convenience stores taped handwritten warnings to coolers. Each new report felt worse than the last. Syringes in cans, needles near mouths, an invisible threat hiding in plain sight. The fear wasn't just about soda. It was about trust. If something so familiar could be poisoned, what else was unsafe? The mystery deepened as cases appeared in multiple states: Texas, Colorado, Florida. The public imagined sabotage on a massive scale, factory tampering, corporate cover-ups. The story had everything fear thrives on: randomness, vulnerability, and the sense that no one was in control. Then the investigations began. Federal agents tore apart Pepsi's production process. They studied the canning lines frame by frame, tracing metal paths, pressure seals, and machine timing. What they found was startling in its simplicity. The cans were sealed so quickly, so completely, that inserting a syringe during manufacturing was nearly impossible. And then came the videos. Surveillance footage showed people slipping needles into cans after purchase. Some did it for attention, some for compensation. Some, perhaps, swept up in the hysteria itself. The fear had become contagious, and the incidents were copying each other, not coming from the factory. The emotional climax didn't arrive with sirens or arrests, but with clarity. The danger people feared wasn't hidden in the soda. It was unfolding in plain sight, driven by panic, amplified by headlines, and accelerated by repetition. By the end of the summer, the scare collapsed under evidence. Pepsi was cleared. The syringes stopped appearing, but the lesson lingered. Because the real story was never about needles and cans. It was about how quickly fear can spread, how easily stories can outrun truth, and how a nation can lose its footing when uncertainty fills the silence. The Pepsi syringe scare didn't poison soda, but it revealed how fragile public trust can be and how powerful a rumor becomes once it's swallowed whole. If this story made you think, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps this channel grow and keeps these stories alive.